So the representative for Colorado's 3rd Congressional District, my district, the western slope of Colorado, like the biggest district in Colorado, the representative is Lauren Boebert. Lauren Boebert just won this year, 2020. She ousted Scott Tipton. She ousted Scott Tipton, who was the establishment, who had been a Republican congressman for the 3rd District for 10 years. So for 10 years, the establishment incumbent got kicked out by the populist insurgent. So Lauren Boebert's the Tea Party. Lauren Boebert is a Tea Party. She's a MAGA supporter. She's a Trump person. So she's going to be fucking shit up for the next 2 years. And the only thing that's going to beat a right-wing populist is a left-wing populist. Lauren Boebert beat Diane Bush. Diane Bush ran 2 years ago, lost to Scott Tipton then. So Diane Bush is a right-wing neoliberal. She ran against the Green New Deal and she ran against Medicare for all. Diane Bush is a right-wing conservative neoliberal. She ran in 2018, lost against Scott Tipton, ran in 2020, lost against the Tea Party insurgent Lauren Boebert. So the Democrat Party in Colorado did not learn their lesson. Usually there's an introspective period. If you lose the election, you say, well, shit, what the fuck happened there? Well, what happened in Colorado's 3rd District is that the Democrats didn't put up a progressive. They didn't put up a populist. Diane Bush wasn't exciting. She wasn't interesting. She wasn't trying to get her ideas, get people to like her because of her ideas. No, no, no. Diane Bush, I don't know what the hell she was actually trying to run on, but she did it twice. That's a neoliberal, right-wing, neoliberal conservative, when what we need is a populist progressive, someone who's passionate, someone who inspires the people, because that's what she does. She's got a Twitter handle and it gets like 500 hits with every single stupid tweet that she comes up with. So she's got some, friends in high places, got friends in Fox News or some shit. So Lauren Boebert is my representative. When we're talking about Medicare for all, it's like, well, shit, I don't even have a progressive to, not only does Colorado's 3rd Congressional District not provide a progressive so that we could get universal health care, we're providing a regressive, a person who hates all public spending. She made anti-socialism a linchpin of her campaign. They're all socialists. They're all radicals. So what does that mean for policy? It means she's going to kill all public spending. She's against the Department of Education, so she's coming after public education. She's going to try to kill public education. She's in favor of school choice, so that goes against K through 12, and then getting rid of the Department of Education gets rid of the colleges. So we're not going to have K through 12 or colleges if Lauren Boebert gets her way. How many people in Colorado's 3rd Congressional District would like to go to college and like to further their education? Boebert wants to get rid of the Department of Education because that's, public spending, that's socialism. So she doesn't care if your kid goes to college. She doesn't care if your kid has public schools to go to. She's going to try to kill public education. She's going to try to kill public health care. She's going to try to kill Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, any public spending program possible. And that's not socialism, but because she calls it socialism, so she's 100% shill for the corporations. She wants the oil and the gas industries to come and rape our national forest. Lauren Boebert thinks corporations are people, but not people. People are not people. They don't deserve, no. So she has no heart, right? She has no heart, no money for the people, money for the corporations. She's going to kill public education, kill public health care, kill Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid. And Boebert's ideas, why did Boebert even begin to run for office? The only reason she began to run for office because she said Scott Tipton had a meeting with AOC. So not only do we not have a person that's for Medicare for all, that could vote, that could put the pressure on, we got a hater that's going to, try to sabotage anything and everything that anybody who's for Medicare for all, she's going to sabotage force the vote, right? She'll sabotage Medicare for all, Green New Deal. That's what she's been promising. She's been promising to be a hardcore right-wing for her right-wing base. And she won. So Lauren Boebert said that Scott Tipton had a meeting with AOC, and Scott Tipton actually voted against this, $14 trillion, $600 bullshit, pork barrel, whatever that fucking shit is. Scott Tipton did the right thing, voted against it, voted against the war with Venezuela. There's $30 million tucked in that thing for the war with Venezuela. But Lauren Boebert said that the only reason she ran against Scott Tipton is because Scott Tipton, dared to have a meeting with AOC. AOC is one of his, colleagues. To get things done, you have to, talk to the other side and see if there's any common ground. But not for Lauren Boebert. That's the reason she ran, because AOC and Scott Tipton had a conversation. Okay, so that was just too much for Lauren Boebert, right? She had to run against Scott Tipton. What? Scott Tipton talked to her, didn't vote for her, didn't support her, but he talked to her? Like she was a person that mattered? That was too much for Lauren Boebert. She had to jump into the race, and she had to go after Scott Tipton, and she won, so yeah, bullshit, fuck you. That is not the reason you ran. You're an opportunist. You saw that he was a weak candidate, and you thought you could oust him, and you did it, so congratulations on that. So Lauren Boebert says she will join the Republican challenge of Electoral College results. This is published Christmas Eve by Ernest Looning at ColoradoPolitics.com. So, Lauren Boebert, U.S. Representative-elect, who hasn't done shit yet, she said Thursday she plans to challenge the results of the 2020 presidential election on January 6th when the new Congress meets to validate Joe Biden's victory over Donald Trump. The rival Republican, who will be sworn into office January 3rd after winning the election in Colorado's 3rd Congressional District, said that she's going to be raising an objection based on charges that Donald Trump and his allies have made that widespread voter fraud cost him the election despite no evidence that happened. So how much fraud was in Colorado? How much fraud has Lauren Boebert uncovered right here in Colorado in the 3rd Congressional District? Because you know how fucked up that is? The president of this nation is saying our elections are fucking bullshit, and here we got Lauren Boebert saying our elections are bullshit. Well, shit. Maybe Lauren Boebert wasn't actually elected. How come we didn't do a recount and claim fraud and drag this shit out for months with her? So there doesn't appear to be any chance that the effort will overturn the election results. Very good sins, important. So good way to. This is a good. Ernest Lunning, you wrote up a really nice article here. So here is Lauren Boebert, quote, okay. Ensuring the integrity of elections that take place in America is essential to our republic. Several states removed voter safeguards during the 2020 elections that violated provisions in the respective state constitutions and the U.S. Constitution. So Boebert's going to go in there and bitch about Nebraska changing their damn laws? What the fuck is she doing? If there's widespread voter fraud in Colorado, we need to know about it. And that's our representative, and that's what we need to know about. As a representative, more Lauren Boebert. As a representative sworn to defend the U.S. Constitution, it is my responsibility to object to the Electoral College results that were recorded under these circumstances. Now, this is fantastic because right after the election, when Donald Trump said, we basically won, and frankly, we did win. Which was it? You basically won, meaning you lost, or you won. Those are the opposite. That's what, Donald is going to declare, and then he says it's all fraudulent, it's all a bunch of bullshit. So, okay, yeah, big fucking shocker there, right? But Lauren Boebert, right after the popular November 4th, 2020 election, she comes out and says, it's not the media. The media doesn't elect the president. It's the Electoral College. Let the Electoral College decide. She was 100% right on that. December 14th, Electoral College voted for Joe Biden. The people voted for Joe Biden. Electoral College voted for Joe Biden. Mitch McConnell, he said that it goes to the Electoral College. So Mitch McConnell is on, both me and Mitch McConnell, at least at one point in time, believe that Donald lost because the Electoral College says that he did. But this is a slow-moving coup d'etat. This is Donald Trump trying to destroy our democracy, trying to steal the fucking election outright in front of everybody because he's an authoritarian fascist piece of shit. He's an authoritarian fascist piece of shit who's got power, and he's saying he's not going to let go of it. He's not going to relinquish it. The American people deserve secure and fair elections. Unfortunately, the 2020 election was neither of those things. I will be voicing my objection on January 6th. Okay, so the 2020 elections wasn't secure, wasn't fair. I guess this country's fucked, huh? We don't have fair elections. Jesus Christ. I mean, I wonder if her election was fair, right? She won it, but I guess she lost it because she's saying that Joe won it and he lost it, right? So shit. This is so dumb. This is so stupid. This is Lauren Boebert not agreeing with the Constitution. She doesn't have any ideas for herself. She's just going along with her furor. So what does that mean? So, she didn't say a whole bunch of, there's a couple things that Lauren Boebert believes. Let's listen to Lauren Boebert for a second.
55% of the Republican vote. Our Adrian Thomas sat down with Boebert recently to discuss her campaign.
KREX 5 News did an interview.
I am here to say hell no, you're not. So all you're going to do is restrict law-abiding citizens like myself.
That was Lauren Boebert in fall.
So she told Beto O'Rourke, hell no, you ain't going to take our guns. Oh, hell no, you're not going to take our guns.
2019 confronted
and then she ran on that.
Candidate Beto O'Rourke about his plan to buy back assault rifles at a rally here in Colorado. Boebert says that encounter, combined with her efforts in gathering signatures to ask Colorado voters this November to repeal the state's law regarding the National Popular Vote Compact, are some of the main reasons why she's running for Congress.
During that time when I was working with the people to save our votes for president, I heard the frustration, I saw the frustration that was taking place in so many hearts in our district. And shortly after that, Beto O'Rourke came to Colorado. And I learned that if I take a stand and speak up for what I believe in, I can affect and represent millions.
Boebert is in a huge race against Democrat Diane Mitch Bush, a former Routt County Commissioner and state representative from Steamboat Springs. A key issue in this campaign is health care. Diane Mitch Bush says Boebert wants to repeal the Affordable Care Act. Boebert says she won't let Americans lose their current health care, and that her opponent is for Medicare for all and kicking people off their insurance plans provided by employers. That's an accusation Mitch Bush denies. If there is a Republican majority in Congress, does this mean amending the Affordable Care Act, or does it mean just crafting new legislation that's a totally different plan?
So Boebert, she did say that she ran on health care, right? She ran on health care, school choice, and pro-oil and gas drilling with her victory speech. So pro-oil and gas drilling, anti-universal health care, right, and for school choice. So basically, Boebert and Diane Bush agreed on health care.
Well, first and foremost, I wouldn't vote on any legislation that takes insurance away from the American citizens. And if you look at socialized medicine, immediately 150 million Americans would be kicked off of their private insurance plan. This is not good, but we need to have sensible solutions that don't involve the government stepping in and making decisions for us.
So she's against Medicare, Medicaid, universal health care. She's going to try to destroy health care. One good thing about Lauren Boebert, she says no to endless wars. I don't know how sincere she is about that, but she's against endless wars. So that's, we're in 27 fucking wars right now. Let's see if we actually can see Boebert stop any of them. I won't hold my breath. I have zero confidence and hope in Lauren Boebert actually doing anything for the 3rd Congressional District of Colorado. She is white trash from Florida. She's just Floridian white trash. White trash, born in Florida, lived in Denver for a while, came down here, did good for herself, and now is going to destroy all the opportunities for everybody else. Make sure that nobody in Colorado's 3rd Congressional District gets college or public schools or health care. She ran on health care, destroying it. She ran on education to destroy it. I'm okay with school choice because I want private and public choice. So I'm not trying to destroy, public. I'm balanced. I believe in harmony. You need the public schools for the people that can't afford it, and the private schools that, that are doing better. I like vouchers. I like the idea of school vouchers. Give the money straight to the parents, and then they get to choose which school their child goes to with their money.
We have made promises to the American people with pre-existing conditions. And me and many other Republicans are on the record saying that we will uphold those promises that were made.
Boebert has also been the subject of attack ads from the Democrat Congressional Campaign Committee, or the DCCC. The political group has highlighted her.
So she's had a bunch of run-ins with the law enforcement and whatnot, alcohol, tried to get a bunch of underage ladies to overthrow the cops because they wanted to drink their alcohol, and some other kind of letting her pit bulls run around the neighborhood. I'm not sure what that says about policy, though, so we'll just, let's just stick with policy. So Lauren Boebert, she hates the Department of Education. She hates universal health care, government health care. She's okay with the oil and gas industries drilling the shit out of our national forest, just raping the fuck out of our national forest. She's for school choice. She was the first mother elected to the 3rd Congressional District, so she made history. She's, distinguished in that respect. She says no to endless wars, which, that doesn't really give me much hope and confidence. But I do agree with one plank to her platform. Yeah, fuck these endless wars. Fuck these endless wars. But overall, I think she's just white trash from Florida who got some Fox News, got some notoriety, knows a little bit about a little bit, and was able to convince a lot of motherfucking people. So when I think about who she is, right, she's got a couple ideas she put forward, but when I think about who she is, I think about who Donald Trump is. She's a Donald Trump sycophant. She's a Donald Trump kiss ass, right? Donald Trump is her daddy, and she loves her daddy more than everybody else in the world. So she said something about Antifa, so that means she's pro-fascist. She likes Donald Trump to a crazy degree. That's American fascism. So she's a fascist through and through. Right now, Donald Trump is pardoning war criminals. He's pardoning war criminals. That means he's imperialist. When a war criminal goes out and kills innocent people, and then a good American says, stop, Donald Trump is on the side of the war criminals. And then he went ahead and vetoed the NDAA, not because to stop the war, military, this or that, but because he wanted to get the names of Confederate generals to be put on military bases. So Donald Trump did a couple, good things, trying to get out of the Syrian war. That was good. North Korea, basically warming relations with North Korea so the two nuclear powers aren't, so ballistic with one another. These are two fantastic ideas. He passed the, criminal justice reform. So he passed criminal justice reform, right? Went ahead, talked to Kim Jong-il, and that helps the world, to be honest with you. And that's good policies, and I think we should, remember those to be good policies because the left-wing media came after those things. But while Donald Trump had a couple good fucking moments, he's just so fucking wrong on some other ideas. When he's going to pardon a war criminal, so he saw a motherfucker kill, he would be at the My Lai massacre, and all the people that murdered all those innocent people, Donald Trump would pardon them. And then the people that stood up to those war criminals, they get a bunch of shit, a bunch of flack, everybody's turning against them, thinks that they're going to, and yet Donald Trump doesn't go with the courageous people, he goes with the fascist scaredy cats, the fucking weak-ass, fascist sons of bitches. So when it comes to World War II, Donald Trump would have been on the side of Nazi Germany. When it comes to the Civil War, Donald Trump would have been on the side of the Confederates. So there's some things that Donald Trump is just 100% wrong on. It hurts my head to even hear, to even listen. So much cognitive dissonance. You want to name our military bases off the fucking Confederate traitors, the terrorist motherfuckers who wanted slavery, who fought against the United States of America? Why would you want that? Why would you side with the traitors of this nation? Pardoning war criminals? He's an imperialist through and through. And then Antifa. In World War II, he's saying he would have fought against the Americans. Who is Antifa? The Americans in World War II. Went around, my grandfather, Camillus Gripshover, went over there and killed a whole bunch of Nazis. And good, because fuck them Nazis. They weren't doing good. So this is the man that Lauren Boebert thinks is, without error. This is, this is the Pope, right? He's infallible. Thinks Donald Trump is absolutely infallible, thinks that nothing he could do no wrong. And so right now, she's saying that she's going to join in the protest after she had already said that the Electoral College will determine the election. There was nothing she can object to about the Electoral College. She's saying she's going to do objections for other states. She's joining in the coup d'etat. She's joining in the slow coup d'etat that Donald Trump is trying to do. And since he wasn't elected, if he tries to stay in office, well, that is a civil war. That is a civil war. Jesus Christ, Joe Biden said he's a trespasser, so he's going to get, his ass kicked out. And that seems to be what's going on. But there is a possibility that the shit that Donald Trump has been saying for months, for the last month or two or whatever, he might actually do. Lauren Boebert, who is going against what she said previously. She said the Electoral College would determine it December 14th. Electoral College said Joe Biden. Now she's saying it's her responsibility to object on, January 6th. No, that's the last time that you can protest. It's the last, obstruction, the last moment to obstruct the presidency, the inevitable election of, Joe Biden to become the president. So the Senate and House of Representatives are supposed to meet in a joint session January 6th to ratify the vote of the Electoral College won by Biden 306 to 332. It'd be fascinating to see the shit that my fucking representative, Lauren Boebert's, going to say to try to get this slow-moving coup d'etat. If Donald Trump sits in the White House after the Electoral College said he lost and the American people voted against him, most of the American people, most of the states, and most of the Electoral College, he won all three of those elections. If Donald Trump tries to stay in the Oval Office, doesn't leave the White House, that's a civil war. That's treason. That's a piece of shit who's not the president, pretending to be the president. That's a coup d'etat. And that's a treason, that's traitorous, and this is how Lauren Boebert is going to begin her session. Basically being a Confederate traitor, basically being a neo-Nazi, hater of anti-fascist, a hater of people who want freedom. She's on the side of the Confederates and the Nazis because that's the side her Fuhrer is on the side of. And she's an unapologetic, right-wing, radical, psychotic piece of crap. She's not going to do anything good for my district. She doesn't represent me at all. If anything, she represents everything I'm against. So she's going to continue to destroy everything for me and for Colorado and for the United States. If the Democrats can put up a populist progressive, then we can actually, take the 3rd Congressional District over. Actually put up a good candidate this time. Diane Bush is shit. I talked to her. She, was part of the legalization of marijuana in Colorado. And I was worried about the Cole memo from Jeff Sessions, because Jeff Sessions thinks that marijuana should be illegal. And she goes, where did you hear that from? These motherfuckers, they don't like passionate, intelligent people. I want as many passionate, intelligent people, as many smart people that give a damn around me and my crew and my society as possible. I can't get enough of intelligent, smart, progressive motherfuckers that give a goddamn fuck. I can't get enough. Anyways, Lauren Boebert's going to try to overthrow the government, so along with fucking Fuhrer. Crazy times we're living in. Peace.